How y'all are? I'm going to see if this will work. It probably won't send out my notifications because I went live twice already. I've sent a message to YouTube to kind of fix that so that way we can get into the bottom of what's going on. So 3 of y'all are here. Hey, Life of Destiny. Hey, loves. I can't wait to get out the fucking hood, y'all. I gotta get out the hood. My goal, yeah, I'm going back to the workforce this fall, and my goal is to get at least 1500 on YouTube a month, and I can work from home, stay at home with my child, and get out the fucking hood. I'll be able to pay shit. I'm actually thinking about just moving out with what I have now. I really am. I really am. I really just might move out. But how y'all doing, y'all? Hi, loves. So we're not here to hear me complain. We're out here to talk about Jupiter in the birth chart today. Yeah, I got it, y'all. I just, I'm going back to the workforce and going to school and doing this YouTube thing, but YouTube is getting confusing about how we want to pop. So, all right. So those of you that are tuning in to hear of how to identify what your husband to be like in the chart, I feel like this is very important. Shouts out to Guided Light. Somebody know. One of y'all asked me that question. Was it you, Guided Light, or Castor? Castor. One of y'all asked me that question under my Mariah Carey astrology video. It's Jupiter. It is Jupiter. You can look at Mars too, but I feel like Mars is more so of a personal planet. Yeah, it was Castor that asked me. Jupiter is planet of blessings. It's very jovial. It can be. It's the planet of extraness. Whatever you place upon the energy of Jupiter, it will be extra. Or, when it's retrograde, it will probably be worse than its extra. Come to find out about Rick Levine, these retrograde planets are kind of like it being magnified because its energy is slowing down, so it feels as if it's pausing. I often say that the planets are on vacation, but you can also consider the interpretation of the planets being extra when they are retrograde. I need to identify when he's coming. Readers have been telling me 2 to 3 years, and I don't want to hear that. You got to be patient, because if they come too soon, you won't be ready. If you want this person to be long lasting, they're going to take a while to come in. Okay, so Jupiter, jovial. Jupiter is the energy of the high. Jupiter is the energy of the orgasm. Jupiter is health hospitals. Jupiter is the servicemen. Jupiter, what else Jupiter is? Jupiter is just the extras. Whatever energy Jupiter holds in your chart by the sign that is wrapped around, or the house that is wrapped around, will give Jupiter that energy. We all know that Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So, for example, I will give my example first. And this will also teach a lot of you that's like stuck on looking for twin flames and shit, looking for your soulmate, or you looking for your life partner. This will let you know before you even give people the time of fucking day what energy to look out for as far as your partner. Now, is this accurate? In my perspective, yes. Your 5th house is the house of children and creativity. Aqua is on my 5th house cups. My living child is an Aquarius. Okay, so I gotta get out the hood. So my personal Jupiter is in my 7th house. It is conjunct my North Node. I guess that's why it's been kind of like a lifelong search or wondering who my partner was or whatever. But come to find out, when I researched what that meant, and you got to also look at your ascendant too, but that's a whole nother video. Being that I'm a Virgo ascendant, Jupiter is in my 7th house. Jupiter is also foreign, can also mean foreign lands, other cultures, other philosophies. philosophies outside of what you're currently in. Being that it's an Aries, it's encouraging me to stay strong or whatever philosophy I decide to be in at that moment in my life. Because most likely the person that is for me will be from another culture, whether it's racially or whether it's religiously or whether it's from foreignly. I really feel like my partner is not about to be the typical person that, you know, that I'm used to, because of it being Jupiter in the 7th house. Let me know if I'm buffering. So Virgo is adding the element of that, of the partner being my ascendant, of being like foreign or outside of your usual terms, or not the usual, like y'all might, for example, I might pop up on one day, y'all meet my husband, and it's something, it might be that white boy I was talking about, that I keep joking with y'all about, that trio white boy that sings soft rock music, that can play an instrument in a band. Because I've tried the rappers, I've tried them. Now I want something else. And then I don't feel like, honestly, in my particular race, and it's sad and unfortunate, and other people's beliefs may be different, but the way I see things to be, black men, they looking for their peace, and they don't realize that a lot of women in their own culture is shooken up, you know. So the wave is coming where women got to take care of their mental health, you know, to even be somebody else's peace. Because when a man act out of their shit that they not taking care of, when a woman react to them acting out of their shit, it always get thrown up on the woman. Eve bit the apple first type syndrome. So yeah, so with Jupiter being in the 7th house, I'm not counting the houses, but in my chart, it's in the 7th house, conjuncting my North Node in Aries. It's also very close to Mercury. I'm going to probably wind up with someone that's very adventurous, that respects the way I am and where I stand in my identity. Someone that's very strong in their identity. Someone that will respect my independence, and they may not come along until I feel fully independent, which is why Jupiter is on my North Node. I feel like in the moment of my wealth increasing, because Jupiter can represent wealth too, because I'm going towards my North Node, that's when my husband will come in, whenever I'm actually actively and consistently going towards my North Node. But this person is going to respect my identity. This person will stick once I stick strong in my identity, because what's happened in the past is that I'll be in one philosophy at a phase of my life, then I meet somebody that got a whole different philosophy from me, and then we wind up clashing. And so the relationship is a whole bunch of fucking and arguing about who believe in what, over and over and over again. That's what it's been for me. Again, Jupiter can represent philosophies and shit like that, and religion and shit like that too. So for example, when I was like rock emo, you know, emo kid, people be like, oh, you weird, who's that weird poetic weird emo girl, oh, she's so weird, you know. And dudes will stick their dick in you but still tell you you're weird. They'll tell you you're weird, and if you let them stick your dick in you, they gonna stick the dick in you. Then I wound up, you know, going to church, and then me and this dude would have these conversations about God, but he never told me he was Jehovah's Witness until I got into church, because he encouraged me to like get into a church because the way he talked about God. And I'm like, man, I just might as well find me a church home. And then boom, ran into these people, found the church home. And the moment I invite him to church, he was like, well, I'm a Jehovah's Witness and they say Church of Holiness is evil. And I'm like, how the fuck? Okay, so it's a whole bunch of fucking hanging out and who religions. Basically, it's always my religion wrong, because I never really just tell nobody else their religion or beliefs is wrong. I never do that. I never do that. I never knock nobody and what they believe, because what they believe is what may have saved their life. Astrology Chart Pro on Google Apps. I still have some things to remember though. Oh, y'all talking to each other. I just downloaded the app too. Good. So when I was in church, someone came along that was more, we're gonna say, conscious or new agey. Someone came along, and if I freeze, I'm gonna still talk, y'all, because it's really buffering, because I'm out here in the... Hold on, let me go in the house. the action is over for today. Somebody came out here speeding around the loop while kids was playing with their bicycles, playing on their bicycles, and they shot 2 shots in the air. So that really pissed me off. All right. So when I was in church real heavy, I met this person. Hey, loves. Beauty and Divine Timing, Blue Leaves. So it's probably, let me know if it's buffering a lot. It got overheated. When the phone gets overheated, it start acting crazy, and I don't know if it's gonna pause or not. I wish it was a way I can just switch over. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if I'm buffering or not. No, I don't have a car. I had a car. I blew the engine by not changing the oil on time, and I couldn't afford to replace the engine. There was a whole bunch of weird shit happening around it. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna talk. I don't know if it's buffering or not, but if I see y'all chatting, apparently it's doing right. So when I was in church, yeah, it's still buffering bad, y'all. It's still buffering bad. 1 second. Hold on. So y'all hold tight. I'm glad y'all here. Can y'all see me? Is it still buffering? As long as y'all can hear me good, it's fine. Can y'all hear me good? Just let me know if you can hear me good. Okay. I'm just gonna be as still as I can. So when I was in church, I met this guy, and he was more so on a conscious wave at that time. He was more so new agey, whatever you want to call it. I call it beyond that, because I feel like this person has a gift. It just comes from a lot of trauma and then being busted open just like everybody else. But they was on this path where it was more, I don't think they was using it really for themselves. Honestly, I really feel like they was using it to stand out from their peers and to also promote extra sexual activity, if you get what I mean. But you got to watch out for guys that do that, because they be in the new wave, new age, just to promote, oh, sex is free, sex is sex, and something's wrong with you if you don't want a nigga to cheat on you, that type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta watch out for that. But they brought me back to the other shit I was into, like astrology and shit like that. And I started to clash even more with the guy that was Jehovah's Witness. And he was like, well, that's really, really bad. And that's really the devil and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, everything I do to you is the devil. Why are you fucking with me? So I just had a feeling he was going to eventually move on, right? And I moved on with the other guy, but it was always a battle of beliefs. And even when I grew out of church, it was still a battle of beliefs when it came to common sense. Like, the more I went through growth with this other person, it just became a matter of just him not having common sense, or choosing not to have common sense or respect for people that he loved. And because when you grow out of these philosophies, it ripped things off, and you can see if people really equally yoked with you based on how they respect other people, and what's their perception of respect and loyalty and understanding and compassion and honesty. That's what matters to me at the end of the day. So repeating my example, that I have Jupiter and Aries, this is about maintaining my identity and philosophy and whatever I choose at that time. Being that my sun is in the 8th house, that 8th house signature do let people know I'm a little cuckoo or cray-cray for Cocoa Puffs. Don't trigger me. you know. Or you can romanticize it and say, oh, she's into the occult, she's into tarot cards and astrology. But no, that's a psychological house. My 8th house is there, and that makes me have a couple of screws missing that I have to work on my lifetime because of trauma in the psychological area. My ego was wounded, you know. So I'm working on that and balancing that out. Like, I'm just giving you the truth versus in the romanticism. So since my Jupiter is in Aries, I pretty much gave you, if your Jupiter is in Aries, you're going to meet someone that's strong in their identity, that likes to be in control, wants to take charge, very adventurous, even though very childlike, they're very adventurous. And if they are a guy, even if they're a woman and they're masculine, I'm speaking of their masculine, they would really love to just relinquish control. Like, they may love control, but secretly love for you to be in control. Now, if you consider yourself a very domineering person, this could clash. But if there's understanding and compassion, you know, this could teach you how to, like, allow someone else to be in control. Like, if you're a dominant woman, but you really want someone to, like, to protect you, come and hold down the household while you be the house person or whatever the fuck. Because deep down inside, a lot of us women want that shit. But, you know, they make us feel wrong for wanting whatever. We can want someone with one toe and they'll be like, oh my God, you know, oh my God, your standards are too high because you want somebody with one toe. Like, women can't want shit. But anyways, if you want that, that's okay. And with your Jupiter being in the Aryan house, this is someone that's very masculine and will take control. Very adventurous though too. Very, very adventurous. Will probably like to move around a lot. Will probably be strong in their identity, in their philosophy. So don't be trying to change that person's philosophies and shit like that, because they're gonna be strong in it. If you're not, the signs that you're not ready for this person is if you're still struggling with your own identity and where you stand in life. If your skin is not thick enough, because this person is really going to be strong in their opinions and their identity, and it will be hard to sway them. And that's why divine timing is important, so that your cake can really fully bake in the oven of a husband that you want. Stop rushing it. Okay, so Jupiter in Taurus. If your Jupiter is in Taurus, this is a very earthy, this may be a more feminine, nurturing sign. To me, the Taurus men that I see, it makes them manly man. I like seeing Taurus in the male element. I fucking love it. But the negative side, it makes them very, like, stubborn. They be stubborn for no reason. Taurus just don't be wanting to accept change. That'd be the only reason why they be stubborn. Oh, also, if the Jupiter, whatever sign Jupiter is in, that person might carry that sign, but it's not always a guarantee they will be that sign. They would just carry those traits that will be Aryan-like. So they might have Aries somewhere, so look out for that. You know, just look out for that. Like, for example, if somebody approached me, I know my Jupiter is in the 7th house of Aries, and they like a Leo, Scorpio, or some wild ass shit that I ain't familiar with. I know that's not my husband. Why entertain it? So I don't entertain stupid shit no more. Man, I gotta watch the replay. I hate when I miss the beginning. You didn't miss that much. Did you have to read me that bad, Asia? Oh, I ain't mean to. I'm just saying that's how Taurus is. Taurus just be stubborn because they don't want to accept change. They be resisting change. That's all. They don't like changing their routine. They don't like changing their routine of thought or shit. You know, shit like that. So you have to be prepared that if your Jupiter is in Taurus, this is a strong, opinionated person. Very fixed, because it is a fixed sign. This person will be very nurturing, but in a good food, good clothes. This person may be very stylish, and even if they're not stylish, they pick their clothing based on comfort. You know, even if they do buy high price shit, it may be the most simplest patterns, but it still just come out very earthy, like very, very soft, like I feel like every Taurus aesthetic is based on how things feel, the textures of things, versus just the look of things. Taurus is also a very, they like food, like I said. They may have a tendency as you get older to have a little pot belly because of their love for food. And sweets, especially. Sweets. I'm trying to think of more about Taurus. The person might have a Taurus, might be a Taurus, but not necessarily. They might just carry the traits of Taurus. They might love earthy things. They might love mechanics and metal and shit like that. I don't know why I get Ogun when I think of Taurus, but I get Ogun when I think of Taurus. You know, I think the feminine, I mean, I get the masculine aspect of Venus when I think of Taurus. Now, the thing about Taurus is, too, this is a person that possesses what they love, just like Scorpio. They are very low-key possessive. Taurus be all about that front on, oh my God, don't possess things, but they possess things themselves. They possess people that they love. They're very, which makes them very protective. If they love you, they're going to be very protective. Very, very, very protective. Protective financially, protect them in all aspects, because if they love you, they consider you their comfort, and they don't want nobody changing that shit up. That's the best I can give with Taurus right now. If I had time, I'll go through the houses, but I'm saving that for content, other videos. Okay, so Taurus. So that's Jupiter and Taurus. Jupiter and Gemini. This makes this person very very communicative. There will be no, they may even talk a lot and tell you too much. Their honesty will be in the version of telling you everything. They will probably be the person that routinely check on you, call you in the morning, you good, you ate breakfast, call you at lunch when they on their lunch break. They're very communicative. They love to learn together. They love to learn. They love to study. They will have some type of colorful flair about them. Like their style will be a little bit more colorful. Your seventh house, if you the type of person that just like teaching and shit like that, or just explaining things, they will fucking adore you. So if you know your Jupiter is in Gemini and you not teaching yourself shit, up here watching twin flame videos, but been wanting to learn XYZ, but instead of learning XYZ, you watch twin flame videos, I'm gonna need for you to go learn so you can go teach. Because they look to be taught things. They're open to learn things that they don't know. They're open to everything. You don't even have to be ashamed and worried about what the fuck they believe, because they open to everything. They're very, very open to learn and discover and store information. So they're learners. Very rabbit lovers. Gemini is the sign of sex, but it may be based off foreplay and communication versus the actual act. They'll be always down to try new things, but this person is adventurous too, in a sense. But as Sagittarius will be like geographically adventurous, Gemini is more so, I'll learn and try anything. I'll learn. So if you got a lot of information to give, if you've been working on yourself and got a lot of information to give, that's how you're just going to attract your Gemini flavored husband, because they might not necessarily be Gemini. Okay, you're right, that's me for sure. We love food. So we just talking about Jupiter. All the other stuff and questions I'll answer on other lives, because it's gonna throw me off. So Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. Now, what's funny about this Jupiter in Cancer, and this is just a side note before I go into this, I've met guys with Jupiter in Cancer, but they act like that's not what they want. For guys, it's really Venus. But I've met guys with stelliums and Cancers, but they be acting like that's not what they want because they're ashamed of being that sensitive. This makes for a sensitive, very nurturing partner. They sex will feel like oxytocin. They sex will feel like the love from your mother you never fucking had. They will be well endowed. I don't know why, but Cancer flavored men be well fucking endowed. They be ready. Like, they be hung. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know why, but they be hung. But this person will be sensitive, and respect this man's sensitivity. I know a lot of us, we be wanting people to understand our emotions, but then when a man be sensitive and crying, we be like, oh my God, be a man. Oh my God, oh my God. Like, you have to understand that there's some elements out here that's really sensitive. They sensitive and they hide their sensitivity. If they don't feel safe being sensitive with you, they'll shell up and not show you shit the moment that you criticize them, and never show you shit again. If they tell you something that they felt very vulnerable telling you, they'll shell up and never tell you again if you made them feel any type of way of sharing it with you. So do keep in mind, if you have a Jupiter in Cancer, that the person that you attract will be extra sensitive. They won't be a crybaby, but please respect this sensitivity if they ever grant you with it, because it's something that you've been wanting and you let society psych you out of having that sensitive person. Motherly loving. They may be like, if you a go-getter type of bitch and don't mind being a breadwinner, these would be the stay at home with the kids type dudes. Or if you making passive income, they'll be in the room entertaining the kids with their own passive income so they can spend time with their kids while you doing you, and won't complain and have nothing to say about it. Won't even feel insecure about it. Like, yeah, that's my bitch, she go get it. You know, the stay at home dads, you know. Oh my fucking God. But hold on. Yeah, the stay-at-home dads and shit. They may be artists of some sort as well. With the water signs, they may be artists. They may have their hobbies and shit, but they're gonna love the home. They're gonna love the home. They may always be changing up the home. They're gonna love a comfortable, peaceful home, you know. So if you know you got some mental health kinks to work out, go ahead and work them out, because they love a peaceful home. If you feel like, maybe I'm too boring and not adventurous, I don't move around a lot because I'm always working, they ain't gonna mind as long as the home is peaceful. Okay? So we have Jupiter and Leo. I almost want to say this is that sugar daddy flavored shit, but nah. Okay, so Leo, don't get it twisted. Leo is very loving. This is a loving husband, and they show you they love you in extravagant ways. Like, they will probably show you that they love you in front of your family and friends, or really be hyped off the fact that people is going to be giving them props over the type of gifts they give, all the extravagant ways that they say that they love you. And they will show they love. They can almost be, their love can be overwhelming. If you're not fire, you know, you got to be prepared that this person is very expressive and dramatic when it comes to the way that they love, and the way they guard their family, and the way they guard their life, you know. Just remember that. Jupiter and Leo will be the ones that gift you, will be the ones that take you on extravagant places to show you that they love you. And if it's not to that extent, they are very vocal and expressive when it comes to how they, like I said, protect their family, love their family. They love art. They may be an artist of some sort, or a performer, or a creator, or maybe have aspiring dreams of being an artist or a creator of some sort. No matter what that type of creation is, this person may be a Leo, maybe a King of Wands energy. It could even be another fire sign, but just know that with this fiery expression, it's very physically expressive as well. So they could be maybe not as well endowed as Cancer, but they'll be well endowed in the way that they move on to you and move into you, you know. Very expressive though. Like, just remember, this is a very expressive placement. So if you got anxiety and people showing you love, get on your nerves, you need to work them kinks out, because this person is going to show you won't have no doubt in your mind that that person is there to stay. Now, on the negative end, this person can get real fiercely upset when they, you know, if you anger them, they can get just as upset dramatically, or if you see them angered, they're very fiercely upset. Together with Jupiter in this sign, it can make like Shango energy, a very, very masculine, expressively masculine person. Okay, so Jupiter in Virgo. Jupiter in Virgo, that might be your doctors, you know, your scientists, your nerds and shit. Your people outside of your normal scope of what you may think you attracted to. Like, say you chasing after Billy Bob because he a baller, but your Jupiter is fucking around sitting there in Virgo, and you keep ignoring this person with these 2-3 degrees that stay with their mama even though they go to work faithfully at a lab because they got all this money. You can't see it because they frugal. They may be driving a Honda Civic to work, but they got enough money saved up to buy you and their family a whole family BMW van. They just frugal and nerdy to the point they don't even know what to do with their money. This can also attract someone on the other end, someone that's very critical, but just, you know, you wait for your husband, because if you open the oven too early and try to eat the cake when it's still undone, this could make this, if this person still is working out frustrations and shit, this can make them possibly verbally lash out and abusive at times, you know, because they think they being critical, but you can tell when somebody being critical to distract people away from the places where they feel imperfect about themselves. This can be your doctors too. This could be your people in the medical field. This could be your scientists. This could be your person that's a herbalist, or, you know, get excited about the environment and earth science and shit like that. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else with Virgo. This is a Purus too. Like, this person might have a lot of allergies. Like, that's another sign to look out for. They may have a lot of allergies to shit because they sensitive. Virgos are usually sensitive to a lot of like shit in the atmosphere, like pollen. They might have bad sinuses. They may be allergic to a few. And you're like, damn, my nigga. So, you know, just be, you know, that person may come around and remind you need to change your diet because it's certain stuff they can't intake. They may have the tendency to have eczema or something due to some type of sensitivity in their environment, you know. So be open to that, because these little signs, it may sound stupid, but it lets you know how you be asking, is Billy Bob the one? This might let you know, your intuition might go off, be like, whoa, this you can meet multiple. I'm saying all this, but you can meet multiple candidates for your Jupiter in your lifetime. It's never just one, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Jupiter in Virgo will make them very sensitive, very, very sensitive to certain things, very critical. But the thing about this, if you like a business person and this person is business oriented, oh, they gonna spill all the beans. You ain't gonna even need to go to business school. They gonna tell you, they gonna critique you, they gonna let you know where your trials and errors lie. So be open to that type of critique that way, you feel me? Okay. All right, so who's next? Libra. Jupiter and Libra. This kind of makes this similar to Leo a little bit, but this person is like a romantic. This person will be a romantic. This person will have some suaveness about them. This person will come off indecisive. Don't be surprised if you are Aries or a very decisive sign that's sure and impulsive, and you fuck around and you look and you got Jupiter and Libra, right? And you like, what the fuck? You know, and you dealing with, I hate when that happens when I'm live or doing something. I really do. Hold on. Because it confuses me. And if I hit the wrong thing, it'll cut the live off. And I have to start cutting off notifications when I'm live. But yeah, they're like true romantics. They might have, even if they a male, if they a woman, they gonna have eyes. If they a male, they gonna have a little more in they behind. They gonna have a muscular butt. Even if they behind not big, they gonna have a strong buttocks, like some strong cheeks. They might have a good girth to them. Oh, I wish I can make the notification stop. And they like beautiful things. They'll gift you with beautiful things. What I was trying to say before, I'm distracted by all these tweets, and it's funny because I'm on Libra, and it's a Libra that's liking all my tweets right now. And it's like, it's only annoying because I'm live and I can't touch the screen. But that's just social media. But shout out to her. But where was it? I keep getting distracted. Yeah, the buttocks and all that, and the romanticism and the indecisiveness. This may be a person, they may always ask you for your advice a lot when it comes to like serious decisions. They'll always consult to you first, like, what should I do? I don't know what to do. What should I do? So you may find yourself having to decide for this person. And if this person actually goes with what you decide and they trust you to lead them, they're going to see if they can trust you. They're going to test you too. They trust you to lead them or like help them with stuff, you know. They'll love you for that, because Libras are naturally indecisive. You know, they might think they want something one day and then they don't want it the next. As long as they're not indecisive about you, you know. A lot of people don't like Libra men because they seem to be always indecisive about their fucking love life. But, you know, this may be a Libra, but this may be a Libra flavored person. But they like beautiful things. They like, whether it's food or art, you know. Another thing about Libra is really ruled by Aries, and if you wrong them, the way they protect their family, it's very on some blind justice, you know, impulsive type shit. Just as impulsive as Aries. So you might notice that your Libra, when it comes to their family, they have a fucking justice streak. Like, what you're not going to do to my family, and without even thinking, retaliate. So you may spend a lot of time calming your Libra down when they really, truly love you. And they, you know, y'all have family together. And because they indecisive, it may make you feel like, man, you ain't about to do shit. You can't even decide on doing the shit. But no, they will fuck up some stuff. Libra will fuck some shit up. Don't be getting Libra twisted. Don't be getting that energy twisted. They are ruled by Aries, not Venus. Stop doing that to them. That's Pluto and Libra. Pluto and Venus mixed together. Okay. So we have Scorpio. Jupiter and Scorpio. Oh. We have Jupiter in Scorpio. Yeah, I'm good. It's just, I think if I close this, I'll be all right. But what's happening is that every time they do that, it does this on when I'm live, and it makes me nervous because I don't know when YouTube gonna freeze up, and I just really wish they stop, you know, or they stop. But they just showing me love. But it's just the way the notifications just do that over and over again. I'm just scared the YouTube's gonna freeze. See, just YouTube is sensitive. It's just. But anyways, let's see if I can stop this light from flashing. Okay. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so Scorpio. If you got Jupiter in Scorpio, don't be playing on your love of heart. And if you know you out here extra in these streets, wait till you calm down. Because that husband is going to appreciate loyalty and honesty. They may still be always in the process of understanding their emotions. This is a very, very deeply passionate and determined person. Now, what's good about this, if they're in business or they have their own profession or gig, this is a person that's like highly to succeed because their determination is being channeled towards something. Now, if they have a profession and they're like highly successful in it, they won't be so much, you know, you won't get the other end because they have a channel for that determination. They have a channel for that focus. But once you're in their life, oh, don't play with no Scorpio people. Don't play with no Scorpio men if they really letting you in like that. Because out of all the signs of the zodiac, as far as men, it is very, very hard for Scorpio men to live this life on Earth. Don't play with them. And I always say that for women, but I'm the same with men. Like, don't play with Scorpio men if they actually doing right by you. You know? So if you know you not in that, you not ready to be just loyal and shit, you still kind of doing you, don't be sitting up here praying for your husband if your Jupiter is sitting in Scorpio. Because you're going to have to be honest and, you know, show this person some type of loyalty for them to even feel safe enough to open that up to you. This is a very determined and very focused person. This person may be into the occult. This person may be into psychology. This person may be into an occultic type of philosophy or whatever. This person will be strongly and deeply intuitive. This person will be a human lie detector, so don't lie to them, okay? Very strong and passionate love. They will almost want to merge with you. They are very just as possessive as Taurus. But they themselves may go through a lot of changes emotionally. And the reason why loyalty and honesty is important to them, because as they go through their changes, they want to know if you're really there and if you're really down. Okay, so Jupiter and Sagittarius. So Jupiter and Sagittarius, stupid adventurous. Your husband might not even be from America if you live in America. Your husband might not even be, if you're black, they might not be black. If they black, they might be from Nigeria, like from another black place. Like, it could possibly be some type of element of them being from a different culture. Look, see how it froze? See how it froze? That's why I was getting nervous, because I knew them things was going to make it freeze. Oh my fucking God. Can y'all still hear me? Just let me know. Say aye. Hey, Lace Thoughts. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Fuck. Okay. So thank y'all so much for tuning in and being patient with me. Yes, I'm frozen. As people come on and say that I'm frozen, just let them know, yes, I'm frozen, because I'm channeling the information. That's why I was upset about all the notifications, because I knew it was going to make it freeze. I knew it was going to make it freeze, and it did. So at least it ain't freeze me looking crazy like that, you know. But shit. Okay. Oh my God. I need to take my medicine. Okay, so as long as y'all can hear me, I'm good. All right, so Sagittarius, again, this person may be of a different culture. If you expect them to, you know, be with Billy Bob with the big black dick and the long dreads or whatever, no, your Billy Bob maybe just somebody else. Your Billy Bob may be a whole Hindu out here. Your Billy Bob may be a whole, somebody else out here. Somebody that you never thought of really being interested in as cultural wise. Now, this may make this person very well endowed too, and they may be very extravagant with their monies. This could be also a signature of someone that's in high rank of a philosophy type community or a spiritual community. It just depends on where you're at in your life. Like, say if you're in a church, this might be you might wind up being a first lady or something like that. Or say if you in a certain type of group, you might wind up with the leader of that group, of that certain type of philosophy. This person may be also philosophical and spiritual. This can be a very spiritual person, but this is also religion as well. So this could be a very religious person. Again, this will reflect based on where you are, you know. Like, so you really can't miss your husband either, because Jupiter has so many aspects and these signs have so many aspects. It just depends on where you're at in your life. You can't miss them. You can only miss them if you're resisting that type of energy, you know. This person, you probably be going on a lot of trips with this person. This person may even travel a lot, and you meet them probably, if you do meet this person in your hometown, they're probably in the midst of traveling a lot. The way they work, they travel. You probably meet this person in a foreign place. Even if they are the same race or whatever, you might meet them in a foreign place or a foreign land. So it don't always have to equate to them being spiritual. This person just may have a love for travel or travel a lot with a little bit of spirituality mixed in it. This person also loves very extravagantly and very flamboyantly, very extrally. This person hates to sit still. So just be ready to move around a lot. Just be ready to be living in California for 2 years and be living on the East Coast for 3. Be living, that's if they on the wealthy end. You feel me? But yeah, this person will be very philosophical though. Like they'll always have something wise to tell you. When you're going through something. Sometimes you may feel like it's textbook, but they gonna always have some wise shit to tell you. So that's a blessing. Jupiter and Capricorn. I think someone just asked about that. Are y'all ready? Yeah, my screen is frozen because of the notifications. Remember when you asked me, was I good when I hit the table? That's why, because I knew my thing would freeze if the notifications kept coming. So, and it froze. So, yeah. Jupiter and Capricorn. Now, this is a working man. Like, that's the first words that come in my mind. This is a working man. Working man. Very, 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 they could be very occultic too at the same time. Like, they may be into the dark arts and shit like that. Into also very philosophical in a sense, but philosophical in the practical ways. Like, they might be this shit, if you got a problem, just fix it. Just fix it by doing some shit type person. Like, they may not, like, say if you very spiritual or whatever. Hold on, because I'm trying to get this charger in here. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. So say if you're a very spiritual person or whatever, they, you might be taking your kids and shit to church. They might just be, look, I'd rather work overtime on Sunday. Y'all can go ahead. I'll meet y'all at Ryan's after church. They are very about the money. I can see this person being away from home a lot because of work. They may seem mundane, but they may still have some like spirituality about them. It just depends on what you prefer, what you're willing to work with, where they at in their life. They're open to it. But see, Capricorn energy, they kind of come here with a knowing, like all that shit. Like, I don't mean to say it like this, but this is the true epitome of Capricorn's energy. And it really puts all the other signs to fucking shame, honestly. They come here like, all right, so we done went to hell and back. We know all the shit not to do. Everybody else trying to make all this and romanticize everything. No, because we burnt in hell behind it. Now we back here on earth. We just know to simply do the shit that you want to do practically. Move your hands and your feet and move your ass and do the shit. They don't understand that, romanticizing in your head all day shit. So if you got Jupiter in Capricorn and you haven't been at work like you should be, or you're not satisfied with your career, because that's also a career sign, don't be sitting around here waiting for your husband to come. You'll meet your husband while you're deep off in your career, because what's going to attract them is you practically doing stuff, no matter what you believe in. If they see you practically doing and handling things, that's going to attract them. Because they're going to be of that same frequency, to the point they're going to want to come and relieve you. So if you do the hard work, but you really don't want to, they'll come along and then they'll relieve you, like some Ruth and Boaz shit in the Bible. Like, oh, you ain't got to do all this. Let me do all the overtime and the hard work. They may work offshore, you know, be gone 2 weeks off here, whatever. But they bring in bread, and they putting their bread into the home. They invest in their security. They are very about their security, so they are very picky about who they build with. So if you know you got Jupiter Capricorn, you better be working on your security. All right, can y'all see me or hear me? God damn it.